Alrighty then, stand to make horrors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Coppertop's Cannoneers. Hello everybody, and last time we did some stuff, took some names, redesigned a couple of mechs, which we're really looking forward to, although I have noticed that does make, I have a little bit of a loadout problem. I need to drive something, which is odd. Okay, we'll throw a rifleman in. I meant to have this all set up, but unfortunately that got a little delayed. Alright, let's greet everybody. Hello Welder, hello Virus. Spirits is here. Pyro has decided to grace us with his tonk, and we shall hopefully be able to do quite good things with him. Who else we got? Kyogre is here. It's nice to have you back, my man. Hopefully everything is moved in and everybody is healthy. That's the hope, the desire, and the plan, the belief. I'm gonna drag this a little bit closer so I can scream into the mic. Blow things up good indeed, and nicest, that's what we were going with. Nicest 2000, not just 1000, but in fact 2000. The next generation shall of course be the nicest 3000. Nicer than anything that you have ever planned before. Turek is in the upsized trash can. It's not an upsized trash can. An upsized trash can, as I have recently been informed, is a hatchet man. Which, when I stopped to think about it, was 100% correct. The Hatchet Man is indeed just a bigger, more versatile version of the Urban Mech. Because it's got an AC-10, it's got 2 medium lasers, it's got jump jets, it moves at 4.6, and it's 40 tons with more armor. It's just superior. I didn't even realize that until somebody mentioned it in our Discord. No. That's great granddaddy awesomeness is the imp is that version. We ain't moved yet, don't know till next month. My buddy ain't moved yet either. Got 10 inches of snow and negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Oof. Oof. Although, honestly, the negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit does not faze me anymore. I'm doing a new round of therapy for my back, and I have recently been to temperature depths as low as negative 150 degrees Celsius. It's brisk, let me tell you. Urban Mech has no melee weapon. Exactly! The Hatchet Man is the superior Urban Mech. It's supposed to work in the exact same environment, and it does it better. I love it. Alright, so this is a battle against the random pirates. We're going to make about 1.5 billion civils because I need some cash to build some things. Modifications and upgrades of mechs. And I have a Cauldronborn and a Stormcrow that I've got to build as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I need money. I need all the bling bling. And since the pirate organization isn't exactly something that I'm super thrilled about stealing their tech, unless it turns out that the pirates are the ones who pack all of the MMSs, in which case I'm about to be a very, very sad camper. Then yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, this spot looks reasonably open. If anybody gets stuck, I'm blaming somebody. I don't know who yet. It'll probably be Sproke. Alright, dropship dropping on in. By the way, Sproke is out of the hospital, although recovering. We hope him the best, and hopefully he will be back and gracing us with these lovely crystals. Actually, also because I want to make sure that he's feeling okay. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, what do we got here? We got a Gila Chopper, and is that an or what's it called? Ostlord? A 60-tonner? It looks a little bit weird, although it might actually be the Ostlord. By the way, this current battle brought to you by Slanesh. Bling bling, give us your credits. Exactly. Technically, the Irby is a melee weapon for death from above. Indeed. Alright. Just to have the Atlas pick it up like a football and throw it. So an Atlas actually can pick up a flea and throw it like a football. Ooh, are you a Nidhogg? I feel unsafe. I may be in danger. So, because an Atlas can lift up, I believe, 20 tons is its lift rating. So, that's pretty impressive. Which we're gonna have to check out. Currently having to deal with the fog of war. Currently hiding things from us as this guy moved probably somewhere around here where I can't actually visually see him. Because sensors are not active on turn 1 for various balancing reasons. I understand, but at the same time. We need to do that at some point? If only Megamech actually did that. If I were like physically GMing a game, I would totally let an Atlas pilot pick up a flea and like whip it around like a club.
I've got eyes on hostile.
Oh, of course the reinforcements have shown up already. Still need a mech to body slam. We still need body slam attacks for melee mechs and clotheslines too. Body slams are already in game. They're charge attacks. That's what you're doing. You're charging right on into them, and half the time you fall right after them. I'm going to continue to reserve because I think the enemy is somewhere out there. Yeah, I know they're out there. Somewhere out there. More missiles. Oh, that did connect. 6 damage. The Vedette is not exactly what I want them to be shooting at. The Vedette not well known for its heavy armor. Much more known for being a skirmisher, even though it really isn't all that accurate. Clanners are thinking, gee, that football idea has some merit. Takes Atlas Doocy picks up the closest flea. Nah, the Clanners won't dare touch him. Although, I imagine Clan with Glow Sparrow might feel a little bit differently, but maybe not. Charge and Body Slam made the same, and you know it. I disagree. Otzel or Ostrak, since it doesn't have missile arms. Ah, yes, good point. Although it seems smaller than that. Like, it does not seem Otzel or Ostrak, because it doesn't look 60 tons. It's hidden somewhere in here. We can't actually see it. By the way, also Trebuchet, in case anybody was looking for the Trebuchet fix. Part of your shirt is the same color as a green. It's actually not. It's a yellow, whereas this is like classic green screen color. But because of the way that I have it set up, so you don't see like little, like through my hair, you don't see images of green. Like the range is fairly wide. So it grabs the yellow and turns it into invisible, and you can see through my body. You can see it through here. Although this medium laser is actually this is actually, if you actually take a look at your Lego emote, this is a green colored and medium laser that I did. I actually did all the coloring for the Lego thing. I didn't do the drawing for it, but I did all the coloring. Did you get the reference? Which reference did I miss? Let me scroll up. Clanners. No, I imagine it has something to do with, no, I have no idea what the reference is. Sorry. I thought I would love it if Clan Ghostware played mech football. Not only did they play mech football, they played it in their Kodiaks. That's the way you do it. I was recently informed by somebody that the Kodiaks does not in fact have claws. The Kodiak has, those are just like the medium lasers. The big claws that spike out of the end of a Kodiak, those are not actual claws. I was, like, my entire view of the world was shattered in an instant. Fire! Alright, well, we hit with a medium laser. I'm gonna put with that one. Hello, Humongous! Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you will have a humongously good time. And yes, that it was a tortured attempt at getting the pun in, but I am not going to apologize for it. Ooh, actually, is Talik up? Talik, you tend to be stupidly accurate for various reasons that we all know. He's utilizing the best piece of equipment known to man. And that'll give him a 63% chance. If I switch this thing over, it'll be a 50, but it'll increase the number of missiles that I fire by 50%. Let's see if we can't bring down a warrior. Also, we're gonna cycle that up. We'll go to 5. That way we don't cook this round. It'll be next round. The claws are designed in the way that the Kodiak is in. Yeah, but it's like the most lame thing ever when you find out about it. Because it's like, oh, claws, powerful. He'll be able to punch people. And that's like, no. You don't want to do that. That's the medium laser ray assembly. You don't want to break that. It's like, uh-oh. Really missed opportunity by Clan Ghostware to have melee claws. Exactly! Should have put claws on it.
Standing by.
Should have done the claws that would have ripped everything to pieces. It would have been beautiful. I'm going to run my Centurion into the super goo. Make sure that he is completely invisible to incoming fire. Through all of the jamming. La Vedette will join him because La Vedette can shoot at people.
Of course.
Through the fire and the flames. We have located Zancudo. Okay, so this has a suspiciously South American empire name to it, which makes me think it's clan gear and I should be terrified of it. By the way, this was an Ost Scout. For those of you playing the home game. Also an Ifrit, which we have parts for, I think. They wanted it, but claws are heavy. This is true. Claws are heavy. We remove some medium lasers and put in the claws. I'm just gonna see if I can't break you a little bit. Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Clans hate melee? Unfortunately, this is true. Actually, no, maybe fortunately. The clans would be really good at melee. Their mechs are super fast and their pilots are really good. So, clan melee would be terrifying and very, very bad. Like, when we get to the clan war, I'm tempted to turn on the option which makes it so clanners don't melee, or at least get major negatives if they try. Because the clanners should not be trying to kick me. This would be a bad plan. Rifleman, I've gone from a marauder to a rifleman. Something is wrong with this. Oh wait, yeah, my marauder is getting upgraded with twin Gauss rifle. Never mind, nothing is wrong with this. Everything is right in the world. Sure, rush right on up here. Okay. Take aim at you, because I imagine you'll actually be a fairly decent... Actually, how's everybody shot? 14, 8, 16, 4.3, 6.2, and a 4.3. Okay, let's go with the 16. Yeah, it was who I figured it would be. Right on his parade. There's a BPL vid where Tex mentions about when one of the clans took over. Yes, that's a little different. So because they didn't play mech football, it was the elementals. They had the elementals play football instead. Because when you start realizing how well American football would work with elementals, you start getting a little bit giddy and laughing. I think they haven't invented
new target acquired.
Can't seem to stay connected to the stream yet. Oh, that's a shame. Welder has gifted 1 sub to me. Thank you so much, Welder. Give it to Nicest 2000. By the way, folks, if you happen to have any urban moat, well, close enough, urban mech emotes, you need to spam them in chat to support Welder and his gracious gift of a sub to another member of the community. Truly the greatest of men, as they attempt to help and support. Alright, we're just going to keep on rushing forward with everything we've got. Oh, I can't wait until the Helopolis is done too, because the Helopolis is going to have a sniper artillery cannon, and that drastically increases our damage. Although not so much as the ability to do, like, heat stuff. I'm a little disappointed that I am losing the rack artillery, because rack artillery is just fun. And finally, wow, plate all the way at the bottom. Like a boss. What do we got? A whole bunch of unknowns. I'm going to fly out around over here. Figure out what's going on. See if I can't get better sensors. Is this all one group, or am I dealing with two groups of like 3? Well, 4 there and 3 here? That seems way too light to be the enemy forces. There's got to be more to this. Although that's a lot of missiles. That might be a rocket cicada. I will attempt to shoot you down, air-to-air weapon style. Die.
Locked on.
Oh yeah, if it's FAMS, that doesn't work. That might become a problem. Alright, back to top of initiative. Let me guess, I'm gonna go Stalik. I was wrong. It was Sprogue in his Centurion. Sprogue fears no man. So rush on forward and see if he can't instantly annihilate a trebuchet. We took this one for all the money, and so therefore we don't really care what survives at the end of this battle. We're just gonna light everything up and hope we get a Nifrit part, because someday we'll build a Nifrit. So let's see if a trebuchet can survive a shot right to the back. I'm gonna throw in the Warlord just for a little bit of increased damage, because this is too good of a shot not to. Open fire. A little disappointing. I first laughed at you and Amos. Indeed it did. It did not work out. Ifrit coming forward, firing his heat. Oh, it's gonna get toasty in here. And apparently incredibly unstable. Wow.
Took a hard hit there.
Probably fears the Lego. No, Sprogue drives the Lego. Can I get anybody else into this back rank shot? No, not really. That's not a thing that's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna have to sort of deal with it. Ooh.
No shooting.
See what we got. After all, first, what's my shot on that Ifrit? Because I don't want that Ifrit to bomb me. I fear what it brings. For I fear that it brings... Ooh, you are not nearly as dangerous as I thought you were. I thought you were going to be one of those, yeah, Daisy Cutters, heavy MRMs. You are obviously the primary target. Please explode.
Lock it on.
Oh, that looked like I hit. At least one hit. I don't know how many hits. Did hit the side. So we are working on that. I'll probably focus a lot of fire into it, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's a trebuchet. And this is the Oscar with a medium laser, so I do not care. If this was the Oscar with the tag barrage, I'd actually care more. Comstar wants me to have all the targets 23 mechs to shoot at. Sounds like a party! Oh, dude, this is the 5S. This is one of my favorite 3025 trebuchets. If you play this, the 5S in tabletop is just phenomenally good. It's flexible, it's maneuverable, it can do anything you want, and the SRM-6s means it's an absolute vehicle annihilator.
Yes, Commander.
All hail the Trebuchet 5S. Truer perfection has yet to be known in the Trebuchet design. Alright, we'll probably have the warrior shot down, but that's not the point. The point is I'm going to take a back shot of this Trebuchet. And only hit once in the place where he had armor. Suddenly, that doesn't seem quite so worth it. Cicada, what do you got? Missiles? We don't know. Ooh, he's got lots of missiles going after my AWACS. I assume that they gotta be rockets. Luckily, he did shoot one of my most durable air units. If you must have a Claude design, the Dasher 3, the Dasher 3, and the Jadehawk, and the Jadehawk variants have them. That's it. Yeah, Jadehawks are rude. I like them. We had a Jadehawk once. We built it into a... it had four plasma rifles and like improved jump jets. It was hilariously fun, but not necessarily super effective. It was effective whenever we were able to field it. The problem was we could never field it because anytime it took any damage at all, we had to put it back in the shop for like a month. Did a 5-skill priority mission against Wolf, came out with a Summoner and a Highlander 2C and a whole clan Godzilla. Still fixing the mech so I can make room for that. That is a phenomenal haul. Although I will say, if you're running 5-skull missions, the Summoner probably isn't going to be good enough to stay. I love Summoners, I really do. I never run into Summoners early enough in order to ever actually use them. By the time I'm able to use the Summoner, it's like, yeah, you are fielding 80 ton plus or nothing. Because if you do field anything smaller than that, you're just going to die. Shall we have the Rubik's Cube just sort of kick somebody? Let's try it. Okay, we're going to go with a kick on the Rubik's Cube. We're going to line up a decent number of guns. I'm going to shut off the Ultras. And I'll turn on the bolt-on rocket launcher. And we'll see how much fun we can have. So, this one's for you, Kyogre. Give him the boot. Das Boot. You feel the summoner once and it probably won't split has ever come. Oh, it's been censored. It's just too graphic to put on TV. Oh, 95-ton assault goes up against 30-ton scout mech. That was good. That was very good.
Yeah.
Alright, the Holy Inquisition. Let's see if I can have the Holy Inquisition try and just absolutely, positively overwhelm the defense systems on this guy, because I think I have a chance. Let it ride.
Here goes.
How many missiles do you have? Not enough. Hello, Tilly20. How are things? Things are going well. We are currently, we've already annihilated half of the enemy forces and working on the rest of it. So things are going excellently. Turning him into an RD4 missile mech with 4 Clan LRM-15s and 2 mag shots. Wait, what? Is that only a single arrow for? Because hopefully it's more than a single arrow for, because you can do some really fun things if you truly commit to the arrow 4. Quad arrow 4. Although actually now that I start to think about it, you wouldn't be able to do it. Like, it wouldn't be effective to try.
Receiving you.
I am going to shoot down this Ifrit before he gets into daisy cutter range, so help me gun Jeebus. Kick in the Warlord, take aim at the target, kick that sucker up to full rotations, and oh, man, it's only 79. We have 50% more missiles. Rocket.
Engaging with Mark.
How good is your AMS, sir? It's really good, actually. Jesus. Do you even he's got to have an advanced AMS at this point. Oh, so close to death. So close to death.
Commander.
Wait. You can't do this, actually. Pyro. Shoot it down, Pyro. Utilize those advanced cannon powers of yours. You want to throw in the Warlord just for everything you can milk out of it. Pyro hits. Did not hit in the dangerous zone. Recently got my first assault. A Fafnir 4A. Nice job. Fafnirs are great. Nice big ballistic torso hardpoint slots. You can turn them into RD mechs really good. You can turn them into like vanilla style Fafnirs, and that's still pretty decent. They're just slow as balls. It's like, I will make this work. And you take forever to get merge. I think he means Artemis. Oh! I saw RD4 and I'm like, that's gotta be Arrow 4, right? Apparently not. I've been bamboozled. Our tank, drive up here. Yeah, theoretically, just double tap. The Vedette did not shoot him down, he came so close! You dumb why? He hit him in the rotor. Only got one ballistic torso, but has unique armor and structure, and inbuilt IRL launcher sim built-in Inferno rocket launchers in the arms. Interesting. Ow! So 76 damage into my rifleman was not pleasant. Improved rocket launchers on Infernos. I'm gonna be honest, I think the Infernos would have been more fun. Alright, Gamroth cannot do anything against the Ifrit, unfortunately. Actually no. Gamroth can do one thing to the Ifrit. I don't even know if it'll help, but he's gonna try. He's gonna crank in the Warlord, he's gonna crank in the offensive push. I don't know if this does anything. He's not gonna hit, because the AMS is just too powerful to stop 9 missiles. I mean, that's child's play. Why does it sound like Pirate Mech? It absolutely is a Pirate Mech. I can nearly guarantee you, Pirate Mech. Oh, I only shoved it to 24. No. If only. If only. Oh, this is not going to be fun. We're about to get bombed and heavy MRAM'd. It's just no. Good Lord, it has 2 bombast lasers and an improved heavy Gauss rifle? Wait, what? That's fascinating. Hate to say it, but that sounds absolutely garbage. Let's see, so improved rocket launchers, I can only imagine it has a gigantic bank of them. But the bombast lasers are utter crap, although the improved heavy Gauss rifle is really nice. I just don't like the combination of the two because you've got 3 guns in total plus your rockets, I guess. Huh. I think I'd rip it out for a long time. I know, that's weird, isn't it? It's supposed to be a Fafnir. Can you just, like, admit you're gonna drop bombs on me? Oh, you're not. Interesting. Fascinating, even.
I'm listening.
Catapult, I'm not gonna bother shooting it because the number of missiles that it shot down was pretty gosh darn impressive. Oh, actually, no, I may end up shooting at it anyway because there's no other better target. Yeah, no ER mediums, just flush them with missile pods. That was a sufficient number of missiles to get through, which Jessica said shall.
Vehicle kill for me.
If at first you don't succeed,
Standing
try
by.
a few more guns. Like this plan, it's a brilliant plan. And I'm not going to be able to see little Tonk. Oh, there was a single location. Up high. Sure, why not?
Confirmed.
I don't like the fact that he's got whatever. The heavy rifle did 70 something damage to me. He's got to have Sabo rounds. Explode, please, and thank you. We're through his armor. We just didn't get through enough of his armor.
Reporting. Critical hit.
It has heat-resistant armor, reducing heat gain by 55%. That's 1V I'm still looking to put together. One with a long time on it. Keep it back and fire away. Yes.
Yes, Commander.
Especially if it has Inferno long toms. Then it's just gravy.
Going full throttle.
You had rocket. You did have. I knew you were primitive bloody cicada.
Firing on rear arc.
That's pretty effective AMS actually. Also, a long time vehicle would be nice. There's got to be a long time flyer. I refuse to believe that LA didn't add one in just to spite people. All right, let's see if I can't break you. I will break you.
Heading that way.
I'll shut off a single medium laser because I don't want to break them that much.
Lining away.
Ba-da-boom. Broken. Excellent. There's one with a long time cannon. Yeah, I would not. I couldn't imagine any universe where there wouldn't be at least one. All right, we're just gonna walk out of this and we're gonna brace it up. Pretend that we were inside a forest this entire time. Whatever the cicada does will be interesting. Cicada is gonna fall back a little bit. Like I said, whatever it does, it'll be interesting. Not useful, but interesting. Bring forth Gladiator doesn't have a shot. The terrain here is it's the fun shelf one with all the weird angles up here. So actually being able to shoot all the way down to the bottom is difficult. Normally you end up playing this map going this way, and there is a facility somewhere in here. I think like right here they drop one or something like that. And it can be a lot of fun actually. Or it can be an utter nightmare as you have to slog through all of the death and destruction that you've ever imagined would exist.
On my way. Double
Gladiator's
time.
going on waddle on forward. I want to replace the Gladiator so bad.
Ready for orders.
Not because it's bad, it's not. It's a really good mech actually. The reason why I want to replace the Gladiator is because it's a primitive and I'd like to start getting rid of my primitives. Hunter. Let's see who has better LRMs. I'm needing to with all these. I have a recoiling barrel. I have a recoiling barrel down the length of a flank. Wait, what? Stream started and phone rang. I missed anything good? We have annihilated the first group of enemy units. We're about to annihilate the second group of enemy units, and that'll make us like 1.2 million Zeebles. So it'll be a little bit fun.
Let's go.
Kazum. Turn this back to standard mode, so I don't break it accidentally. Just looted a silver bullet Gauss and a Hag 40. I'm so happy for losing missions. Silver bullet Gauss and a Hag 40. That would be an interesting combo, because they both do somewhat similar things. Silver bullet Gauss is like artillery Gauss. Wait, no, I'm thinking the Risk one. Never mind. So they're the same thing.
Reporting.
Alright, Vedette, drive full.
Confirmed.
I need the better version of the Vedette. The upgraded one with the light gas rifle. Because that is the superior Vedette, and we all know it. Does a little less damage off the top end, but I mean, it's a light gas rifle that's actually really effective. What happened? Oh, did you? We didn't actually hit you. Oh. That's actually incredibly disappointing. I wanted to turn you into slag.
Heading that way.
I'll give this just to give you the shedded,
Right
the
here.
shedded stability damage. Oh, you can actually see a target. All right, walk right here.
Heading out.
What do you see? What do your elf eyes see? Oh, you see a Merkava. Really? This is the interpretation of a Merkava? That's really bad. Okay, fire misses.
Firing at 'em.
Yeah, you don't have AMS. I'm just gonna bully you now from maximum range. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. Ooh, I can even shoot the Merkava from... Oh no, I am shooting the Hunter.
Full speed.
Alright, 50%,
No
I'll take it.
Copy that.
Double tap. Shade not quite able to get past this rock.
No luck.
Texture not loading on a non-armored mech. Yeah, it happens. Did a flight test mission with a VTOL that had a Moab 250 damage. Sounds like fun. Worked out great to take out one enemy instantly. The other scrippled. One TC-10 mistake was too close and opened the rotor. Whoopsie. Moving right along.
Yes, Commander.
The Moab in real life is dumped out of the back of a C-130 cargo plane. And that demonstrates just how actually useful it would be in a full-on conflict.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, warrior. So you can't go after the cicada.
Throttle at full.
So let's just bully the Merkava. It's already got pretty heavily shrunk front armor. Doing well on that one. Talik.
Ready for orders.
It's gonna take Talik a hot minute to get down here. We'll just avoid the fire as much as possible as we set up this little convoy system. It's gonna take us forever.
Ready for orders.
And plate. Plate. Honestly,
Roger.
the Merkava might not even be the most dangerous thing, but it is the most dangerous thing to me, so. Although smell of these is the word. That was a small Moab. The big ones are dumped out of a C-17. Wait, what?
Good to go.
That would be a significantly larger Moab than what I would originally have
Double
assumed.
time. Let's go.
Orders.
Let's get the Starlifters involved, man.
On the move.
XQ with his extended torso twist can see everything. And yeah, I guess we'll just start
Firing on target.
laying down the law. The sharp, pointy, explosive letter of the
Standing
law.
by.
Ooh, are we about to have a tank duel?
Understood. Moving fast.
Tiger 2 versus Merkava.
Target confirmed.
Pyro, that was not a good start. Not only was that not a good start, the distance between those two things and the angular rate of change was bloody massive. How did you pull that off? So that just knocked off like $1 million off of how much we're going to make off this contract. We absolutely positively need to blow out of a small country. Yep.
What's the plan?
They have fin-stabilized gliding mobs that come in at around 56,000 pounds and can glide almost 40 miles. You killed Plate. You shot down the AWACS. Why would you do that?
I'll be there
What did he
before
do
you
to
know.
you?
Confirmed.
See, why can't you be more like Weighted Lizard? Do I get XP for it? Nope. You in fact get negative XP for that. Whee, there goes the telephone pole. In the far distant future, mankind will still be using telephone poles. I mean, I don't doubt that they will be. Okay. Yeah, and every telephone pole doesn't need to have a transformer on it. Just saying that you put one transformer on it. Just civil engineer. Okay. Let's focus on actually, killing things. Kicking butt, taking names. Coppertop managing to roll out a 30, which is actually fairly impressive.
Heading that way.
Charting competent on that's my friend. Pyro doesn't care, he just wants it.
Lighting them up.
Ooh, good shot. I mean, not so much with the PPC, but that large laser striking home as required.
Standing by.
Bring forth the Centurion. Centurion could get involved in the gun duel. Probably won't. Actually, really tempting to get involved with the gun duel, but I want to kill the cicada first. Because I don't want him to run. And if he runs, he'll be really, really hard to catch. Tandems? How much armor you got? 75? Yeah, tandems. Enjoy the explosions.
Critical hit, Commander.
Oh, Talik likes shooting back for some reason. Talik's not so bad about it. Talik's generally pretty good about it. Poor boy, he didn't do nothing. Shade.
Good to go.
Shade, do you have a target here? Shade does, in fact, have a target here. Managing to connect this time. Good job. Made his target unsteady. We should be able to clean him up if I can get enough people who can actually, see him. Oh, will the Rubik's Cube be able to see him? Oh, goodness. Do I even want to risk this shot? I will not risk the shot with the Ultras. Well, actually, no, I should risk the shot with the Ultras. Maybe. No, we're just going to fire LRMs. I don't want to shoot my rifleman in the back too much. I happen to like it, so... Oh, this accuracy is grand! And there is no more tank. Sorry, in the heat of
That
battle,
one's
this
done
is
for.
XP. Every single one of you looks like coins in Super Mario to him. It's the truth. Alright, swing in over here. Just gonna bully you. Cause what are you gonna do? Fire an EC5 at me? I mean, you could. It just wouldn't be super effective. Because AC5s are garbage. What else is next?
Awaiting orders.
Alright, waited. Time to continue the gun duel.
Roger.
The gun duel between Merkava and, I guess, Vedette and Tiger? Although at this point, waited to hit more targets. Well, Pyro's set to XP mode. Yes, that's how that works. That is exactly how that works. And now the Hunter. Come on, Hunter. Come out and play. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Although, if you let me on fire. It's always listening track stuff. Heard about a base infantry that the base commander knew was coming as part of a test. When the team got back, the CEO called the base and the CEO told him bioweapon that got out. He didn't even know it was there. Interesting. That's a problem.
Orders.
What do you got for a shot? 61. I'll throw in the Warlord just for the extra giggles. 67.
Confirmed.
Target hit, I think. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to tell. Talik, are you gonna join us for the final leg of the battle? Or not really? Really, he's still out of range. Back to top. Who's on top? Top person is, of course, the Holy Inquisition. Holy, are you gonna try and steal a kill off of these people? Because you might be able to do it.
Yes, I'll give it to him, man.
Oh, Holy coming in with the kill steal.
Target destroyed.
Both tanks denied. How that works. Because when you play the game of mechs, you either secure the kill, or you are the kill. The Air Force mowed the grass at Dayton Field in Ohio, found a P-51 from the end of World War II has been sitting there. Yeah, I've heard of stuff like that.
Waiting for orders.
There's a story actually that I don't think it was actually Russia, but I think it was one of those countries from the Warsaw Pact. Somebody found like a battalion of tanks that were just sitting there, that nobody knew what happened to them. Wasn't denied a kill. That is true. You did get a kill, just no actual confirmation on whether or not the kill was good or bad. That's okay. We'll take the risk off of it. Should be fine, right? You're not gonna blow up my very expensive and very powerful Centurion, are you?
Lighting them up.
You probably just did shoot it in the back, didn't you? How do you lose a full battalion? Exactly. Yep, shot him right in the arm. Good job.
Good to go.
And people won't stop shooting each other. It's becoming a serious problem. Inferno rocket launchers, tandems, risk, rock and roll. Alright, we're close. We've almost got it. That's the lure not command.
Short-range missiles.
No, they misplace atlases. It's a little different. Only a commissar? Lies.
Receiving you.
Alright, where's your opening? Your opening is actually in back. Really? How? Did I have a back shot? I didn't even realize it. Alright, let's see if Gemroth can rob this one. Out from under everybody's nose. Yep, Gemroth's stealing that one. So the helicopter's coming in handy. And that'll be a nice amount of little bit of change. Don't question it, just as long as you hit the right targets. Unfortunately, you didn't hit the right target. You hit the wrong target. You hit the target that was making everybody else's job easier. This is a problem. 1.3 billion C-bills coming out of that one, minus repair costs, of course. They want to steal the Ifrit from me. Okay. I shall accept. We're also gonna get some Apollo ammunition for our heavy MRMs. That's cute. It would be nice to get all of the parts of that Ifrit, so we only need 2 more parts. Next time we see an Ifrit, we shoot it down, and we might actually get something out of it. It won't be a good Ifrit. I mean, 2 Daisy Cutters and then a heavy MRM 10, I think it is. Oh no, it's a 30, isn't it? It's all right. Pyro's inner murder hobo. What do you mean inner murder hobo? It's better than the Honorverse Elysian government losing an entire cruiser squadrons. I mean, It's not lost so much as bribed to lose. Actually, no, the Silesians, those are the people who help out Manticore over in the, God, what's it called? Oh, in the Silesians. They're the Confederacy, aren't they? The Silesian Confederacy? That little area that Manticore and the German group come together to piece apart, and I kind of figured there should be way more wars happening about that. If I'm remembering the Shadow Saganami correctly. I have an effort with MRM30. Nice. 31,000 for the repairs on that one. Yeah, they're not really so much of a government then. They're just more of a loose amalgamation of people who think they might think the same way. Alright, Helopolis is 14 days away. We're actually gonna get another mission in before the end of the month. How cool is that? Stop the clock. There we go. 4 days until Big Iron's back in the field. 12 days until we get our main gun back in the field. But most of the missing cruisers are pre that treaty. Yeah. But even before that treaty, the government wasn't really much of a cohesive unit. It was such a loose confederacy that like calling it a government was kind of extreme anyway. Which is why they didn't like go up in arms when suddenly two hostile nations declare that they get to own you. It's like, what? Seriously, Shadow Saganami just glosses right over that. And it's like, you can't just do that. This isn't like some group of people who have no way of influencing their will on things. Like, there's a lot of major trade routes the Manticore's trying to shove through here. You don't think that there would be huge amounts of terrorist activity because of this? You've stolen these people and turned them into subjects of either Germany or Space UK. They got well paid not to complain. The government did, but the people didn't. Alright, let's take our backs, make sure everybody's fine. They are! They're the Star Kingdom of Manticore. They have a parliamentary system, and Queen Elizabeth is on the throne. It's Space UK. Yeah, Manticore's the good guys? Yeah, but the books became such a slog. The introduction of missile pods was an interesting dynamic to change how space combat worked, but the moment pod ships get introduced, the series just starts heading south. The moment Keyhole gets introduced, it's done. Like, it's done, because suddenly Manticore has the super secret, uber amazing, utter death machine where a single half squadron of dreadnoughts can wipe out the largest armada that the People's Republic Navy, or whatever they eventually became, has ever assembled. Keyhole destroyed the Universe. I hate Keyhole and Keyhole 2. I despise Keyhole. At least Moriarty was reasonable and had a weakness. Keyhole is just superly powerful. Ugh.
Receiving you.
I'm not ranting too much about a fictional book series of
Commander?
space.
Yeah, Commander.
Space tall ships.
Let's do this.
I mean, I am, but... Spirits, are you with us? Come to me, Spirits. Do we know what abilities you want? I don't know if Spirits is even here. Best part of Honorverse was the trees.
Standing by.
The best part of
Waiting
Honorverse
for
is fucking
order.
Grayson. Grayson is the best part of Honorverse. Oh, good, Spirits is here.
Good to go.
Let's see. So you can have either Phantom Mech, which is an activative ability that I will almost always forget to use, but it's still pretty good. Gives you 2 turns of +2 local ECM and minus 50% visibility, or Mobility, which allows you to get +1 MP. Yay. Got that, so I can look at the other one. Then also you can get Berserker, which allows you to, Berserker, or Cooling Vents, which allows you to shed 60 heat, but then but then after shedding 60 heat for the next 3 turns, you gain 30 heat. Cooling Vents sucks. Ugh. Let me know what you want. I'm gonna filter through everybody else.
Receiving you.
See if he can't get back.
Reporting.
Ain't Spirits a melee buddy? I don't know. He wants Berserker. Apparently he is.
Standing by.
I've stuck him in a long-range missile mech that's not supposed to get to the front, but yes, he's melee. Both of my melee pilots are driving my non-melee fire support mechs. It's killing me. 30 heat for the first turn, 20 heat the next, and then 10 after that. Then the tooltip sucks. Alright, quick check of the mech bay. We're 3 days until the end of the month. We are looking at the Stormcrow sitting there in pieces. Not only is it sitting there in pieces, but we also have an Ebon Jag, which we need to construct. We will do that at the start of next month. That way we don't have to pay double taxes on it. Just like the Mighty Ducks with you two. Alright, let's go see if we can't cram in another episode. I've got 20 minutes. A 2-skull mission, Comstar against Clan Diamond Shark. That will not go quickly. Oh, actually, I might. What's the exact mission type? Extremely time-sensitive mission. The remains of an enemy company are... Oh, wait, no, I won't be able to field one of my lances. Yeah. I think we might just want to wander to the end of the month, see what recycles. Engineering, what engineering? I'm working on anything. Engineering, you hacks. I could finish up Machine Shop. Machine Shop is actually necessary for something. I can't remember what, though. Drop size. Drop size would allow me to possibly to put on... No, it wouldn't. I need the tonnage increase. Otherwise, drop size doesn't give me anything with my current lineup. So, I need drive upgrade and Machine Shop. Okay, I'll take Machine Shop. And then we'll get drive upgrade. I don't need drive upgrade right now. Keyhole didn't realize the universe, but by then the good parts were happening in the Talbot cluster and the Torchbooks instead of the mainline. I still think Keyhole ruins it. Like, because lightspeed communications between your missiles, allowing you to turn off their drives and make them utterly invisible for all intents and purposes, until they light themselves off when they're already staring down up the back of your wedge, just instantaneously nuking everything. Keyhole ruins any sense of actual scale for the battles. Because at that point, one ship is so much more powerful than dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of other ships. And I understand that it's trying to set up for the Terran Navy showing up and annihilating everything, but I don't care. I don't care anymore. You ruined the magic. I think we may just run to the end of the month, because I don't think I can finish a mission in time for the end of the episode. Oh, but I don't want to. Screw it, we're going to see if we can't cram it in. I may come to regret this immensely. 4 of 19, clan tech. We're going to see what we can grab. Check for new pilots? Nah, the pilots don't change. Alright, so Lance 2 consists of a Gladiator and a Talos. The Talos, absolutely. Rifleman's inferior to a heavy cannon version of you. But you are not. You are the small one. You are the good one. Because you are the one with the heavy rotary rifle. And I would rather have the Gladiator than the Talos rather than the AWACS. Alright, let's see if we come to regret this. 360 tons. Also the Manticore Ascendant books. I haven't read the Manticore Ascendant books, I suppose. I read the Shadow Saganami. That's all I know about Talbot Cluster. And then I've also read up to the point where, spoilers for the Honor, no, I shouldn't, to that big final battle in Manticore local space between the PRs. They're not the People's Republic. What did they become? They became something else. But that big fleet where one of my favorite characters dies. I was not super miffed about it. I did feel like it was a little bit offhand, but hey, that's war. But no. Honor showing up and just annihilating the Republican Navy, yeah. Honor showing up and just annihilating the entire Republican Navy and killing 2 of my favorite characters. Oh no, I read the book after that too. 2 of my favorite characters? Was not happy.
Command interface initiated.
I could buy pods. I could even buy pod chips, but Keyhole ruins it for me. Okay, let's go kill. Let's go find it. Oh, well, we found them. We found them pretty dead on. Alright, we're gonna be really mega close to them. Really, game? My deployment zone is here. And I only have 6 mechs. I might be able to shoehorn this in. I might be. Please don't be stuck.
The desert hides things.
It's stuck. Luckily, it has jump jets.
Time to get dirty.
My catapult.
Dry here.
Oh, a Crab 2C. This is gonna be.
Dry.
What's my
Oh,
take?
it's behind me. It has heavy large lasers.
Commander.
What?
Got hostile contact.
Oh, wait for the planet to spin and the bug happens less often. Alright, so this crab instantaneously barbecued itself. It's a Jenner 2C, a Shamash, and an Anjur. I don't know what an ant here is, but we have dropped in a very, very dangerous position. We've also got a Medusa over here, a Kit Fox. What are you, Mr. Spinning? Also an ant here. Okay. Potential there. Shmush and a D. Or a DI. We're gonna call it a D. D-Bart D. Alright, let's just reserve and see what happens. I'll probably just if everyone can push me. Yes, we're gonna annihilate this crab. Or at least we're gonna try to. Okay, this Medusa is carrying an ultra autocannon of some description. Possibly an ultra autocannon 20, because that's one of the Medusas. Wait, no, was it the Kit Fox that shot at me? Oh, in that case, yeah, it's a UAC 2 or UAC 5. It's small. Little baby UAC cannon. Not scary at all. Unless, you know, it manages to hit you through armor. In which case, ba-boom. But that won't happen. Then David Eddings then also went off to write the Hell's Gate books with another author, which I thought were both simultaneously good and some of the most frustrating books I ever had to read. Well, didn't have to read, but ever read. Hell's Gate is good, but Hell's Gate is also like, I wanna punch you.
Damage minimal.
What episode is this? Last time I was on episode 50. I don't know. 70 something, I believe. YouTube is a bit behind, which is why they get double episodes. So we are way ahead. We have a summoner is in the field now. Although I think the summoner was captured somewhat recently in the YouTube. Yeah, this is where you get the latest and greatest and all the cool stuff. There's a mech that's just 10 UAC2s for Mexico. Yes, I am aware of this mech. It's got a pretty funky looking design to it. I kind of like it. And it's terrible. But it has 10 UAC2s, so it has a single AC-20. It has 60 tons of gun for 14 tons worth of damage. Although out to range, so there is that. So, if you're ever looking to shoot down those pesky warriors who are always blinking at you from maximum range, you now have a mech to do it with. Hello, little Jenner 2C. Are you the support Jenner 2C? No, you're actually probably a standard Jenner 2C. Huh, that's pretty impressive. I can work with that. Couldn't get into Hell's Gate, but was enjoying Safehold. I'm the opposite. I hate Safehold. I hate Safehold so much. Because Merlin is breaking everything and it's ridiculous and the good guys never lose. Sorry. The good guys in Safehold never lose. Ever.
Well,
always winning. And yet I'm supposed to think of them as some sort of plucky underdog? The good guys are the bloody evil empire as far as I'm concerned. Yes, the bad guys are like the literal evil, like horrific Inquisition bad guys, but like the bad guy commanders who are like, you know, David Eddings' classic, like, oh, there's no bad people, there's only just like people with different ideologies. So, to the point where I finished reading, the only defeat that the good guys ever suffered was the death of the king in winning the battle. Like, oh. The last time I read it, it was like there was a force that was like outnumbered like 10 or 15 to 1 with rifles and shit. And just, they butchered massive waves of pikemen and everything, and always had the upper hand with any sort of concept and technique and idea. It was like, the good guys are so good and so perfect. I want a struggle. I want people to try and win and fail at winning. And Merlin breaks all that, because Merlin is literally superhuman. Because Merlin isn't human. And so Merlin can't be removed from the equation. And because Merlin can't be removed from the equation, they can't ever lose that knowledge. Knowledge which is grossly overstated. Yes, rifles are cool. Yes, the, like, proper flintlocks are really powerful force multipliers. They're not that good. Yes, I understand. Someone's immediately going to point me to Zulu and say, just watch Zulu to see what amazing flintlocks can do against people who do not have flintlocks. To which I say, you have a point. But it's just frustrating to read. The reason why I have a problem with Hell's Gate is, like, it's all a communication error. Every little bit of Hell's Gate is a communication error. Where, like, all of this could be resolved if they just fucking talk to each other, and they won't. Or they can't, because they don't understand each other culturally. And so it just bounces off each other. Zulu wasn't flintlocks? Matchlocks, flintlocks, whatever. But at that point in the books, they are at or the point of the book that I had finished reading, where I just basically gave up in disgust and said I cannot read anymore, was that point where they just annihilated everybody in a ground battle. It's like, no, I'm done. I'm tired of it. You've ruined it for me. In the previous battle that led to the battle displayed in Zulu, the Zulus kicked the ass of the British forces. I see. Interesting, but yeah. So I have problems with Safehold. And I'm not knocking, like, I imagine a lot of people enjoy it. I mean, clearly Not So Noble does. And that's not to say that it's a bad series of books. It just, to me, it plays to Weber's worst standpoints. Like, early Honor Harrington is amazing. Like, the drama isn't hugely earth-shattering, but there's a lot of drama there. And there's a lot of concern, and there's worry, and like, will the good guys actually pull this off? And there are huge odds, but there's reasons why those odds can be overcome, which is why, God, what is it? It's something, The Honor of the Queen or something like that, which is the book where Honor Harrington goes to Grayson, which is probably my favorite book in the whole series. And like, she's facing off against a battle cruiser in her light cruiser, but there's a reason why she wins at the end. There's useful reasons why things occur. But, I'm getting on a rant about book series that 90% of the people probably haven't even heard of. Okay, we got one leg out. I'd like to remove the other leg. Hot and Q is good. Oh, Honor of the Queen? Yes. Honor of the Queen is good. I like it a lot. Like I said, it's probably my favorite book. And I really like the people from Grayson. I think they're a lot of fun. Kind of insane, but they're clearly an allegory for... Oh, this is not going to help me. But Grayson is clearly an allegory for Japan, and the modernization thereof. Tree cats getting high on celery. Yes. Oh, feed your cats celery, kids. Wait, actually, don't do that in real life. I don't want to turn my back on this Medusa because I don't actually. Oh, never mind. You're like ATMs, aren't you? I do want to remove your leg carefully and precisely, because if I do that, then I'm sitting pretty. I'll do that.
Understood. Moving fast.
Because if I remove his leg, then I can kill the other crab a little bit more aggressively. Although this is a crab 2C, so this is probably not the best way of doing this. We'll have to work on it. I really like the Just Desert setup in Field of Dishonor. Yes, Fields of Dishonor is also incredibly good. Really, that in between Fields of Dishonor and from on Basilisk Station up until Fields of Dishonor and the next one on, because that's another Grayson book. There's just so much good in the Honor Harrington series. Like, eventually it does downslide, but until it starts that downslide, it's a really solid series. Sorry to distract from the game. Oh no, dude, this is fine. Part of the reason that we're all here is because we just like to chat and have a good time. Ain't distracting from nothing. Although, I mean, the odds of us finishing in the next 5 minutes are non-existent, but that's okay. And if people have a problem with me just sort of rambling about books and stuff, then, I mean, I'm sorry, but you may... Oh, you're already dead? Wait a second. Well, I feel foolish. So, I knocked off a leg that's -1 part, but then we killed the engine. Okay. I feel bad now. Okay. We gotta focus on the murder, death, and the killing. I would like to kill a Jenner, but I also don't want to put my back to a crab. Especially not with a Talos who needs to stay alive. How do I make sure that I stay alive? Shamash is just twin energy, not even interested in you. I'm gonna do this. See if I can't add a little bit of support firepower to what's going on. Not a great start. Was kind of hoping I would hit him with the thing. Have you ever read the book Goblin Court? I have not. Are we talking BattleTech books? No, we're not. We're talking Honor Harrington. The Honor Urus books, which are written by a guy named David Weber. He has some really good series in that universe. And it's basically tall ships in space, because he came up with a concept of an energy drive that would allow someone to have completely invulnerable tops and bottoms of their ships. And by doing that, he can get good old-fashioned broadsides. It's a very interesting concept of how to do naval warfare,
Got it.
and one that sets very specific rules on how war must be fought because of the way that, you know, it works. I think we're gonna have to keep it on target lock-on mode for this one, so I would like to annihilate you. I'm gonna give it a shot. Probably isn't gonna work, but oh, it might have worked. Oh, that definitely worked. I'm very happy with that.
Target's taken a critical hit.
It's a good story where the good guys are actually the bad guys. Also, I even got tired by Mission of Honor somehow. The Officer series got really good. Shadow Second Army is really, really good. Like,
what's that?
Shadow Second Army was such a breath of fresh air and a return to the old form. Mainly because it's a smaller story. And one of the reasons why Honor Harrington loses that personal touch is because, I mean, eventually Honor gets promoted to a point where she's now not just commanding one ship, she's commanding squadrons and fleets and stuff like that. And so obviously, like, her relationship with crews and people change because she has so much more to worry about now in different ways. And so it's an interesting way of looking at those different ways. The problem is that it just gets so disconnected, and then the technology gets so nuts that things kind of go out the window. Okay, that's 2 mechs down on turn 1, which is actually really good given the normal
Commander.
problems. We are fighting uphill first, so that we can hopefully not have to continue to fight uphill later on, after we shoot everybody down. Would you like to explode? Shot. We hit with at least one of the main guns, which I can work with.
Ready for order.
And then you end up with more about her love life than the Navy. I don't mind romance books. I don't care. I'm okay with that. The relationship's a little bit out there, but I can deal with that. Let's see if we can't shoot this sucker down. Medium improved heavy laser off. Turn on to maximum missile barrage. And this guy's a prick. The biggest problem I have is just the name. Hamish's name annoys me because
Killed.
it's so dumb. We're able to hit flying targets now? Yeah, especially with the Talos. The Talos has some phenomenal anti-aircraft capabilities because of the micro-missile launcher. Alright, and then can you actually... Ooh. Would you like to run up and charge him in the back for 200 damage? This sounds like a plan to me. Surprise!
Bringing the pain.
And... power. Okay, that was a knockdown, but not quite was one. Been through so many novels and finished 1 to 2 books a week, dude. Man, that's speed. If you're looking for suggestions, then the Vorkosigan books are
Waiting
just
for orders.
absolute, my current all-time favorite books, period. I love the Vorkosigan books by Lois McMaster Bujold.
Let's move.
They are just so good. I really can't describe them as anything other than, oh my god, they're so good. Read the Vorkosigan books. How much you want to bet that they don't combine? Fire. Good job. You did not shoot the Centurion standing there. I'm very happy with it. Twitch keeps crashing? Aw, damn. I cheat, I do Audible. I don't think I could get through an Audible book that fast, even when I was... Although I was very peculiar in which books I listened to on Audible. I tried to make sure that it was a book that was like 40 hours at least. Yay, you've cooked yourself. Nothing but trash. I've tried, didn't get on with him. Aw, that's a shame. Well, it's not a shame. For me, from my perspective, it's a shame. For those who know, the Vorkosigan books are very much... They're more Victorian dramas than they are actual, like, sci-fi Navy books, because they're not really sci-fi Navy books. So you kind of have to enjoy that kind of trash. They're not bad. I love them. I love them to death. All right, I'm now pointing my back towards the enemy, which is an incredibly unsafe thing to do. But in the words of one of my more favorite antagonists, but it must be done. I'm gonna see if I can't remove your shoulder very carefully. Pretty much everything Bane publishes fits on his fancy. I do not disagree. Ooh, that didn't work. I am going to come to regret that. I should have shot at the Shamash. I also read manga, some light novels, and light novels too. I was getting bored of Kindle books. So much reading going on. I'm jealous. We are going to take this upper slope, and then we're going to turn around and we're just going to go screaming hell for leather back down. I have not read Wheel of Time, although my brother has. It's his favorite book series, to the point where he rereads it multiple times back to back. He loves Wheel of Time. He keeps trying to get me to read Wheel of Time. And I keep telling him, yeah, I'll do it. And then I never do. Another great series is the Belgariad and its follow-up, the Malorian. Gets even better when you start throwing in Pulgar the Sorceress, which I thought was super fun. Although I read that back when I was in like middle school. I did recently, not recently, like a year or so ago, I did a reread of Belgariad, and I thought that it held up. But I hear there's a lot of people who are like, no, Belgariad's trash.
Here you go.
It was originally designed to make fun of fantasy stories. It's like, I can understand that, but I don't care. It's great.
Took him down.
Found a couple of actual Japanese light novel sites, but I have to run them through Google Translate. Oof. First couple I enjoyed, but the endless chain of sequels was too much. That's the point, though. It's an endless wheel of time. Roll credits. Powder Mage novels? Interesting. Back to Weber. Opinion of the Riadini/War of Gods. Haven't read them. Have not read them, unfortunately. There are quite a few. Yeah, direct translation of Japanese doesn't even work. Like, even if you could like direct translate Japanese, completely grammatically accurate, there's a lot of just like concepts in the way that their language is that don't really come over. My favorite character is definitely Perrin Ibarra from Wheel of Time. My brother's favorite character is some sort of like paladin dude. That's the best I've got, because he played him in D&D.
Position confirmed.
And he was a paladin of light who was trying to make like a light mercenary company or something like that.
Firing.
So
Scored
it was a little bit difficult to
critical
work with him at times in that campaign. Or that campaign that I did. Poor blacksmith turns out to be a really badass. Human form, labyrinth, demon, bin, slab equals minotaur? What?
What's that?
Okay, let's get the Centurion no longer unsteady before it falls over and dies. Phenomenal 200 damage charge attack, but I don't want it to die. Turn on the risk, and we'll just hope that we get a little bit to the side, make sure we're on improved mode for that extra accuracy, and there it goes flying.
Vehicle down.
Oh, Perrin is a poor Billy Bounce. Beef, not bin. Yeah, but Matt's parts of the books were always funny as hell. Of course, I'm a fan of Ale, the entire concept behind him. The really weird madness from Bayon, the Arenaverse, Grand Central Arena Station. I know nothing of that. You're gonna have to give us some explanations. Apparently my Twitch chat crashed. You will have to explain what that is. Let us know.
On my way.
What is this Arenaverse and what makes it insane? I'm gonna shoot a Medusa in the head.
Firing on target.
Really? Really, Shade? Shade refuses to harm his own creation. For those of you who don't know, the Medusa is actually not a...
Yeah.
It's not a canon battle mech, it is Shade's personal creation. Something he designed and put into the game. Some of his variants are true and complete evil. So I'd like to remove its head, so that I can later use it to kill him. Probably blocks with book ideas if it didn't have enough sense. Other people have suggested the Wheel of Time. But... Ah, you missed! You suck! I want to build a Kit Fox with a UX-20. It can't be done, but I'd like to.
Roger.
Problem is, it has too big of an engine. In order to fit that UX-20 in, you'd have to really shrink the engine down. I like how I asked it to shoot at the head, and it absolutely did not shoot at the head. Oh, I'm seeing penetration. It's going to be very uncomfortable for him. And there's a side person. Still a fan of 1632 from Bane since it's both pike and shot history. Go read Monster Hunter International for good loss. So turn the Kit Fox into a climber. No, but I want it fast.
How's it going?
I need a light AC-20.
Going full throttle.
Alright, Medusa, it's time for you to die. Half your mech is now missing. We still don't know what's in it, but we're gonna find out. Oh wait, no, the Medusa's a battle mech. Shoot. I don't want to kill it that way. Alright. Cluster mode, center torso.
Roger that.
Because I need the heat kit, sync kit.
Enemy down.
Cougar has space for an AC-20. It does. Does it have room for ammo? Because I gotta build a Cougar with an AC-20 then. Wait, no, this is a Cougar. It's a Kit Fox. Cougars are big. Cougars are bigger. My mother's gone Granville Gazette stories. But of course, there's the obligatory Discworld. If you haven't read Discworld, you need to read Discworld. Where should you start? I don't know. I don't even know where I started. I think Mort was my first. No, it wasn't Mort. God, what's the one where the one professor dies, but death? It's the Death Holiday one where he quits or goes on a holiday, and New Death shows up, and New Death is incredibly tacky. I think I fit a Cougar, yeah, with a LB-20 and 4 tons of ammo and an ER medium. Color of Magic? Don't start with Color of Magic. Wait, your mom's GG starts. Alright, Cougar.
Ready for orders.
Come over here, kill somebody. I'm even gonna move you to the side so you have free reign. Just don't hesitate to turn somebody into slag. Like this guy, because he's swarm.
Engage.
Yes. Yes, Uber Jaeger. That's Mort. Was it Mort? I didn't think it was Mort. Because the reason why I remember it initially is because this one magic sorcerer professor dude dies, but death doesn't come to pick him up, so he goes back to his body. His body's like decaying. And there's a great little diatribe about how the Night Watch has to guard one of the Night Watchmen guards the bridge because it's important. Doesn't understand irony in the least. Is it the Incarnations of Immortality? Oh god, it's been so long since I read that book. I just remember I laughed my ass off reading it all the way through. Which, you know, is pretty common fare for Terry Pratchett. How do you know you've read one? You've been laughing your ass off the entire way through. Ooh, another gunship. Shoot it down!
Give it to him then.
If it flies, it dies. We're gonna lean on Warden for a little bit.
Receiving you. Roger. Full speed.
28, 43, 30. Okay, give me the 43. Double tip.
Target acquired.
Nice. Nailed a 40 into 37. Ooh, Pierce Anthony sounds familiar. I read something by him a while ago. Like, long time ago. I nearly did myself a message reading card skits. Exactly. Any Night Watch book, just enjoy.
On it.
That kind of worked. I mean, I hit him twice.
What's
Basically hit him with 2 medium lasers against the target who was protecting himself.
heading that way?
Do you have range? You do have range. Alright, finish off the Shamash. Shamashes are not super good. There we go. Stunning pile of wreckage.
Vehicle
The
down.
universe Earth attempts FTL, finds the engine, sends you to a dimension that has a hub that everyone who's discovered it fights over control of the entry points to control random regions of space. Huh. That's pretty interesting.
Ready for orders.
Ooh, the Ethan Stark books are amazing. If you ever want to see the U.S. Army as written by someone from the U.S. Navy fighting on the moon, then the Stark books are your ticket into that insanity. And we'll shoot down the DI gunship.
Got it.
The guy who writes the Stark books is actually now more famous for the Lost Fleet series of novels. Glenn York, that is. Has anyone read Primarch novel Alpharius? No, I have not read any Warhammer
Orders.
recently. The last Warhammer that I read was the... God, what's it called? It was the latest Caiaphas Cain one. Which didn't feel quite as good as the previous Caiaphas Cain books. That's a story for another time. My demands of Caiaphas Cain. Jack Campbell, yes, that's it. If I can save the points, can we build me a ballistic awesome? I don't even know if there's an awesome that has ballistic weapons on it. But if there is, then sure. Nice sci-fi series I read is the Serrano books. Can't remember the author's name. Yeah, it's still Caiaphas. Yes, it is still Caiaphas. I started reading the most recent Gaunt's Ghost book, most recent being like 2 years ago, and I just couldn't go through with it. Like, I knew what was going to happen and why it was going to happen, and was like, you know what, Abnett? I'm no longer on board with just trains of angst and bad things happening to good people. Like, Abnett does that. He's a great author, but it's just trains of bad things happening to good people. I get it. It's the grim dark future at the 41st millennium. We get it. But I will never forgive him for what happens at the end of Titanicus. So, he deserves to be whipped. Well, he deserves to have his wrist slapped with a hard ruler for what he did to the end of Titanicus. I don't feel quite as bad about Golden Eagle or Double Eagle, but Double Eagle was also a bit of a shit show. Really, just Abnett, stop being a dick. But it turns out Good Boss, the follow-up of Gaunt, for that Gaunt's Ghost book, took a good thing. Interesting. It's a very tactical, has well-developed naval combat. Serrano is Elizabeth Moon. I remember seeing, I would go to Barnes & Noble, like as a kid, I would go to Barnes & Noble, and I would just walk through the science fiction section, and I remember seeing Elizabeth Moon all of the time. Like, all over the place.
Oh, just when I needed to fire. Empty.
Alright, Telos. Time for the Talos to compete against who's the better looking backwards leg mech. I don't know why this is a competition we're having, but it is. Turn on the large, or the heavy lasers. Oh, we got a lock. We got a lock. And there goes your main gun, and I think you're alive, but you're not feeling good. She's another multi-series main author. Ah, that would explain it. Have to check it out. I'm a big Hunter Harrington fan. Nice. Hi, Crossbow. Her Fantasy Paladin series is pretty good. I've been getting into Orky and Tau books. There are Tau books?
Good to go.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. I did not know that there were Tau books.
Engaging target.
Oh shoot, I didn't want to do that. Oh well, it'll be fun. I was hoping for a knockdown in retrospect, but initially I didn't want to do that. Oh, he's trying to kill the Vitalis. It's not gonna work.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
I used to write Guela fanfiction back in like middle
Sounds good.
school. Before I became a guard player, I wanted to become a Tau player because I liked their robots. It didn't happen.
I think
To get you a list of the Tau stuff, that would be awesome. You can post in the 40k section on our Discord. That'd be great. They try to make the Tau to be the good guys and fail miserably. I mean, the Tau are pretty evil. Like, the Tau are legitimately evil. Possibly more evil than Chaos? Like, Tau are bad. Tau are bad news bears. Oh, I should have gone for a second. My first fantasy book were technically sci-fi. Ah, the Dragon Riders of Pern. Never have I seen an author burn her own series so quickly. I know, a lot of people probably loved that, but I hated it so much. Like, you took my fantasy and you turned it into cosmic phenomena which are totally scientifically explainable and a super intelligent AI. Sad. They're worse than that. They are so much worse than that. Like, space communist is bad. Communist is bad. But the Tau are even worse. The way that they integrate societies into their society and how they basically starve anyone of resources who is outside of their direct control in order to get access to their children. And the forced sterilization programs. The Tau are just legitimately evil. I despise the Tau. Now I despise the Tau. Or at least the Tau leadership. Large improved heavy lasers. I have heavies. Now I could have improved heavies. That's probably going. We gotta check though for heatsinks. Light engine is tempting, but no. Heatsink kit. Ooh, I do need that. But I need the kit first. Yeah, I kind of figured I did that. I should have been more careful, but I wasn't. Exchanger, thank you. I think I'll just have to... I don't want to round it off by taking just a double heatsink, but I never get Klein double heat sinks, and that's a problem. Also the Harper Hull books. The Tau have awesome railguns. They do have awesome railguns. Tau do have some badass looking mech suits. They do. I agree full-heartedly. First 3 Dragon books, she should have stopped there. Is there a double heatsink kit? I don't see one. I see heat sinks. I see a lot of normal heat sinks. Well, we got double, clan double, but there's no actual kit to go with it. There's single heatsink kits down below, but I should have. Well, I don't think. Can you remove the double heatsink kits off of Harmony Mix? If you want Epic Fantasy, mine better try the Malzahn books. The Malzahn Book of the Fallen. So hard to read, but worth it. What makes it hard to read? That seems like an odd thing to throw in there. I think I'll grab the Endo. I think I'm out of Clan Endo, aren't I? Sorry about anybody who I'm blinding by doing that. I have 1 Clan Endo left. Clan Pharaoh? No Clan Pharaoh. Ooh, but there's a Clan Gunnery system. How many of those? I have 2 of those. I'm happy with that. Advanced Target Control System. Not as good as the Mark II. Could grab the core or the. I have a light in it. It's madness. BC Headshot. BC Energy. Oh, what did we put the targeting computer on? Because if I can add a headshot, yeah, I'm taking BC Headshot. Because I have a mech that's currently making use of a targeting computer, and I'm going to add it to that. Can't wait for the Tau to start affecting the warp. That'll be interesting. Let's see what we get. 3 Anhur parts, Crab 2C part, DI gunship, Janner 2C, Shamash, the pair of heavy large lasers that we asked for, an Artemis 3 fire control system. Interesting. And SLDF sensors. Alright, we're going to put a cut in here for YouTube people, see if I can't avoid having to do more work than otherwise will be required. But to my YouTube people, thank you very much for watching. I have been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every single time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and we'll see you all in the next episode.